guys, welcome to my next reaction to season 2 of the Sandman. This is the Song of Orpheus. To honor a promise to one sibling, Orpheus must shatter a vow to another. In ancient Greece, a wedding night tragedy turns a son against his father. Ooh. Orpheus and Morpheus. I'm guessing it has something to do with Morpheus. Shatter a vow to another. So, I have no idea. I do like that we're getting more family dynamic here for season 2. You know, that we're learning more about what's going on. Obviously, they're looking for their brother destruction, and they haven't found him yet. So I'm sure we'll find out about him soon. I bet by the end of the series, they will all be back. I mean, maybe not. Maybe one of them will be destroyed. But I would assume that since we have these 8 feelings or emotions or whatever you want to call them. I mean, dreams really aren't an emotion. But since we have these 8 things that are a part of us, I assume that they will all remain by the end of the series. But who knows? You know, this is definitely intriguing. I'm loving this series, actually. Let's get started. The Song of Orpheus. Oh, I was looking at him. But
that is how they will destroy each other and themselves. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why tell me? It does not affect my realm, and as little to yours that will not change once more. And as you say, you have been here before, many times, and in many worlds, and for how much longer?
Well, 300 years later, we're still here.
Are not light and gross bodies interconvertible? Alas.
To avoid being the one responsible for their destruction.
We can be responsible for our own destruction.
That.
We should be.
There is no shame in fulfilling one's duties.
There is if, in doing that, you destroy the ones you love. I don't know if you've noticed, but Delirium's sigil's gone dark.
I know. She has closed her realm.
Does that surprise you? You were using her.
As Desire told the entire family.
They were concerned about her. As am I. As you should be.
I am. Why we're here.
Of course he does.
Indeed. You should go to the funeral.
No.
And say goodbye. Come on.
I understand.
You attend the funeral, you bid the dead farewell, you grieve. And then you continue with your life. How?
Die.
So that's...
The underworld.
Creepy.
that son of Orpheus.
Let me guess. They're not going to let her go through. They lied.
Here it is.
They said, don't speak. And you looked back.
Orpheus. My love.
You looked? Yeah. You didn't do it right. You fucked up.
When I saw the light ahead of me, I couldn't help myself.
Your father should have gone there in your stead. I've left him.
Mother,
No. This has been a long time coming. I thought I could change him,
Hey, you can never change a man.
but he cannot change.
Well, no. Man will only change himself.
thank you for your visit, Mother.
Or God, she's not very smart.
Orpheus, I did come to see you for a reason. Sisters of the Frenzy. The cult of Dionysus. They're coming. You must leave this place.
I do not fear them.
You must. They run through forests and fields at night, rending the flesh of any animal or man they come across.
I know the same tales that you have.
These are not mere tales.
That's why I'm here. I want them to find me. I must be with Eurydice.
Orpheus, please listen to me.
I'll tell you, they will no longer take me.
Then we will go back to your father.
He would speak to us. Don't you see, the sisters of the frenzy are my only hope.
No. I will not let you do this.
And then you will only increase my suffering. You left father because he refused to help me. Yet now you do the same.
Good point.
I love you so.
Your eyes are the same color.
I can do that if I have to. Shall we go now? Please, Dream. I don't know how much longer I can be like this. It hurts very muchly.
Very much. What is about her eyes?
I'm getting more on my account.
Her eyes being the same color. Oh.
You should find it. Farewell, my brother. Farewell, my brother.
Where are you going now?
To seek an oracle who will tell us where our brother is. In exchange for a boon,
What sort of a boon?
he will ask me to end his life.
Why? Who is he?
My son.
He is my son.
Dream. Wait.
So, like I said, I don't get why Orpheus. I mean, obviously he must be immortal. Must have been immortal now since his. Since he was talking to Dream, but I'm just thinking like, why wouldn't he have been immortal, been born immortal anyways, when his parents were immortal? Is it two immortals create a mortal child? I don't know. But I felt it was kind of shitty of Death that, she goes to the wedding, Destiny too. She goes to the wedding knowing that she's going to have to take his bride that night. That is kind of shitty. And the whole thing with Hades, though, was cool. But like I said, how is that different from hell? Was Hades transformed into hell later? Or are we to assume that they're like two separate realms? And then Death was... Because Death was mentioning about, I bring them to the underworld, and then the underworld's in charge of them. And I'm like, okay, but then how does heaven get in there? Because if we had Lucifer, who was an angel dealing with hell, she had talked about her father, in heaven and stuff. So where does that come in? Like, do they go to the underworld and then from there they go up to God? Or is that like supposed to be completely scratched because, it was like ancient times, before Christianity, before the thought of, heaven and hell and God and Satan, because they had their own version then, obviously, with having Hades. I mean, maybe we'll find out as the series goes on, but I'm kind of like, how's this work? Very interesting episode, I gotta say. I'm glad that we got to see more of Morpheus's family. I like how they're focusing on the family, but at the same time, I'm also thinking, family drama. So, it's kind of a double-edged sword for me. But thank you for joining me for episode 5 of season 2 of The Sandman. Hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and hit that notification bell to be alerted of future Sandman reactions. Link to buy me a coffee is in the description. I will give you a shout out in a future video or in a short if you do end up supporting me with just $5, because you will keep me caffeinated, and you don't want to see me uncaffeinated. That's not a good thing at all. I'll see you guys next time for episode 6. Take care. Bye.